Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the first edition of this season's ETBU men's basketball show. We are here with ETBU men's basketball coach Burt West, and we'll be meeting on a regular basis throughout the season as we get ready to go here. The Tigers just a couple of days away from their official season opener on Saturday, and Coach, I know y'all have been hard at work for about a month now, and it's really getting close to time now where you just got to roll them out there and just get the season going, isn't it?
That's for sure, Dave. This really enjoying this team. The time has just flown by. They're making. I believe they're improving every day. They're just enthusiastic and hardworking and making really good progress.
The Tigers are coming off one of the most successful seasons that we've had as a member of Division III. You matched your highest win total of the Division III era was 17 wins last year. All in all, a great season for the Tigers last season with those 17 victories. The bad side of that is, though, you lost a lot of the players who had a lot to do with that and return a very small core of returners. Let's talk a little bit first as we get the show going here about some of the guys that we know of that are back. Guys like Jeremy Lagarde, the last season's newcomer of the year in the ASC East Division. Got off to a great start the other night, Coach, in your exhibition at University of Texas at Arlington with 26 points.
You know, Jeremy was really able to score the basketball against those people, and you know, we faced the fact that UT Arlington had, you know, every advantage you could have. Plus, they were bigger and better than us to start with, and so to look at the effort that our team put out and the effort that Jeremy put out, and it was really a confidence builder for me. Jeremy was able to score on what I know is a good basketball team, so that's a good thing.
And he did obviously display some ability to score last year. Was the second leading scorer on the team at 14.5 points per game. Actually was the team's leader in three-pointers made at 40, made 43s last year. Shot at a 35% clip. He's a little bit of a matchup problem for people in that he can shoot the basketball, and he's kind of a big guard kind of combo deal. You know, you can move him inside a little bit with his size. So obviously, you know, he's going to create some problems for people.
You know, Jeremy he's really an excellent offensive player. He can slash and get it to the basket, and he's a good shooter. He's a good free throw shooter. He's good at drawing fouls. And he was probably our most improved defensive player last year. So he set himself up to have an outstanding year, and he's working hard.
A couple other guys that most Tiger fans will probably recognize, but probably going to have to take an increased role in terms of leadership and some production this year. Guys like junior Jerron Joseph averaged 6.4 points a game, only played 18 games last year, most of those coming in the second half. But he got started the other night, had a decent game, at least numbers-wise, for Jerron. Scored 13 points. He was the team's second leading scorer in that exhibition at UTA. And then you got another guy, Coach, a guy who seems like he's been here a lot longer than just a couple of seasons. That's R.J. Prince, who is back and going to be a big contributor for you guys.
And we're talking about Jerron first. The style of game that we played at Arlington was right in his wheelhouse. The guards were quick and put pressure on you, and we were putting pressure back, and that was just what he likes to do. And so he had success against them. He won some and lost some, but competed very well. And RJ played one of the better games. It was one of the situations where he didn't score very much at Arlington, but played really a good, solid defensive game, and really was important in us getting shots. The way he knows our offense probably better than anybody on the team, and he's taking a leadership role, and we're looking, you know, he's going to have a big year, I think.
Well, he's got some big shoes to fill. Obviously, you lose a 3-year starter at point guard, Jacob Turnipseed, who I know, and just talking with you, even before, you know, Jacob ended his career last year, but we knew we were going to miss him going forward into this season.
Jacob Turnipseed was the type player that the intangibles he brought to the team, you're not able to measure them. His value cannot be measured by statistics alone, and his statistics were good. Jacob just had a good motor, had a great level of confidence and belief in himself, and was able to just sort of make the whole team believe. Just follow me, it'll be okay. And I tell you, people like that are few and far between.
Well, we're kind of on that subject of guys who aren't necessarily here anymore, but it is going to be a difficult, and you knew this going into the off season. I know a big stress for you and Coach Prather in recruiting were your guys in the paint, your post guys. Obviously, you lost a huge post player in Josh Chambers, the school's all-time leader in blocks from last season. An all-region player who had a great senior year, and you also lost Daybig arguably, who was a big guy inside, as far as rebounding and some inside scoring. Those are two guys that you're having to replace. I know you've got y'all have been very pleased with the play and the progress of Mac Dunbar inside. He's a guy that's come back and has been here a while. But other than that, you're having to kind of find some new bodies in there. Just tell us a little bit here about some of the improvements we've made down there.
Well, these new guys play extremely hard, and they're physical, and they don't have the shot blocking skill of Chambers, certainly, and they don't have the experience that Igarba had, and he was just a great instinctive rebounder. But these guys are hard-working and physical, and when they were overmatched physically with our post players being in the 6'5", 6'4", 6'6" range, and there was always 6'10" or a 7 foot on the floor. So I'm really not sure where we are defensively with these post players. I know they give a great effort, and I know they'll compete. And so we'll just have to see, but I feel real good about it.
Well, then there's also been some retooling out on the wings, some young guys coming in. We mentioned RJ earlier, but you got young freshman guys like Monty Grays, who is a point guard out of Everman, Texas. You got a kid, a wing-type player, Irby Thompson, out of Pitkin, Louisiana, and a couple of other guys here. Just tell us a little bit about some of our new guys out there on the perimeter.
I believe the young men you just mentioned have an outstanding future at East Texas Baptist University. Monty Graves, he competed on an even keel with those junior and senior Division I guards. He's very calm, excellent defender, a really good passer, shooter, just a really good basketball player. His upside is huge, but his development he's ready to play. He's ready to play. He's had injury problems, and that has slowed his development down. But that youngster, he's ready to go right now. Irby is one of the hardest working people we brought in our program in a long time. Excellent shooter, tremendously smart. Makes a mistake, you correct it. He doesn't make that mistake again. So we're excited about these people on the perimeter that are smart, good basketball players.
Well, that's just a little bit of the roster that we have this year for the Tigers, and I know you're going to, as fans of the Tigers, are going to really enjoy watching this team grow and come together. A pretty tough schedule to start the year. Obviously, we talked about your exhibition the other night at UTA, and you're going to start the year here on Saturday with a home game starting at 2 o'clock against LSU Shreveport. Traditionally a top 5 program in the NAIA, pretty good rivalry for you guys here locally. And then you jump right out on the road right after Thanksgiving. You go down to Concordia, Mary Hardin Baylor, which is one of the toughest 2-game swings you can have on the road in our conference. And I know that you were concerned with the quality of the schedule, just in terms of the challenges that are going to be there for your young team starting out.
I was. That's awfully difficult. It'd be a lot better for the team if you could get you 2 or 3 wins early and build confidence. And I can't speak for what might happen. You can't look ahead and say what might happen. But after our game with UT Arlington, my confidence took a huge jump. Those kids are smart. They get after it. I knew we could shoot the ball. I didn't know if we were ready defensively, and I still don't know if we're ready defensively, just because of being overmatched a little bit. So we will find out if we're ready defensively on Saturday afternoon. Offensively, they're ready to go, and my confidence is big. And normally, if the team has given me this much confidence early, then they're in good shape. So I'm not going to put anything past this team. I'm not concerned with their inexperience, or I'm certainly not concerned about their skill level. They just need to play and get their feet on the ground, and I think our fans are going to like them.
Well, the Tigers have been picked by the coaches and SIDs in the conference poll to finish third. That's just one spot at the end of last year where they finished in second, and that to me, Coach, indicates a level of respect around our conference, in that people know that we lost a great deal last year, but are still putting us up there as one of the top 3 teams at least in the poll. In our division, which is a very tough division. UT Dallas again, of course, was the overwhelming favorite to go ahead and win the East again. Mississippi College, which is always in the mix, and it's just a very, very balanced league that is tough night in and night out, isn't it?
It really is. I think that's a program award, them picking us that high, because so many of ours are unproven. But like I say, I've got confidence in them. And there's no easy games. That's what ours will have to learn. There's no automatic victories. They'll have to fight for every game that they get. And I think as soon as I'm sure that they understand that, then my confidence they go even higher. But it's we've got a nice basketball league. These people are tough, and our kids will learn, and they'll learn fast.
Well, it's going to be fun. It always is a fun year when the Tigers hit the court. And again, just to remind everyone, the season does start this Saturday at home at 2 o'clock against LSUS right here in Ornelas Gym. And then the Tigers will start conference play a week later, the following Saturday after Thanksgiving. And Coach will be back the following week, and hopefully we'll have something positive to talk about here.
I'm sure we will. Thanks, David.
Thank you.